The total population of Sindhis in India is less than 0.25% of the Indian population. We are not even 0.25% of the Indian population, and that's like, oh my god, is this for real? Who is teaching them Sindhi? I don't have an answer. Hi guys, welcome back to the Sindhi Film Festival. As per our monthly tradition, we are here to talk about a new book for this month. Well, it's not a book this month, it's a two-part blog entry that I want to bring your focus on. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, we talk about one Sindhi related English language book every month. Sometimes instead of a book, I bring an article. Sometimes, like today, it's a blog. But let's get started. I was very excited about this one because in this lockdown quarantine period, we can't go out and buy books, but this is something that you can access online. That was one of the primary reasons why I chose this. Let's begin with the facts. So the blog is titled How Many Sindhis Live in India. This was published by a chap called Nishchay Kalra. I'll talk about him in a minute. On July 8, 2018. This was the first part of the blog, and the part 2 of the blog is titled How Many Sindhis Live in India Part 2. The second part was published on December 29, 2019. So about a year and a half apart. So who is Nishchay Kalra? Well, I had no idea about who he is up until a couple months ago. I got in touch with him on Instagram. I have never met him, but Nishchay has done an MBA in finance, a master's degree in economics. Sounds like a really brainy numbers guy, you know, like numbers are his thing. So he has published two-part series of blogs on this blogspot called medium.com. I'll be linking both his blog entries in the description box below. Now, why are these two blog entries very important? For one, we did not have the exact specific numbers of the population of Sindhis in India until the census reports were out. According to Nishchay's blog, and I quote, Indian government finally released the census 2011 data on language and mother tongue in the last week of June 2018. So after about 7 years, they released the data on language and mother tongue of the census, and it gives us a lot of interesting details about Sindhi population in India. I am sure most of y'all have come across this. There are these images with the population of Sindhis in different countries with the numbers next to them. These images float around on WhatsApp, and I do not believe on anything that is not backed up with good research. So this came as a very happy surprise to me when I found his blogs, because finally we have numbers from an authority who has actually, you know, gone on field and conducted research and done the math. So this was a very welcome entry. So where does Nishchay's work come in? Well, the census reports that are out are available on the government website. Again, I'll put that link in the description box below. But Nishchay has categorically analyzed all of them and put it into different categories for us, which can be digested easily. So into small bite-sized pieces of information. For example, he's categorized them into trends, dialects, demography, mother tongue, etc. On his blog entries, there are also very beautiful visual graphs that make it very easy to understand what he's talking about, and I found that very useful. So basically, he has gone through the entire detailed census reports that are up on the government website. There are also many different PDFs available on the same website of different reports, and then he has analyzed that and put it on his blogs. It isn't as easy as it sounds, because it sounds like, oh, he just went through it and rephrased it. No, the amount of information that's available on the government website is quite dense. I went through it personally before I was making this video, so I know. And the PDFs that the government has provided have all the languages in it. So he has taken out only Sindhi specific bits and made it easier for us. So thank you for doing that, Nishchay. Now, both the blog entries are very interesting. I would highly encourage you all to please read it. But these are the few points that I would like to talk to you about in this video. The first and foremost point that alarmed me, well, I think it alarmed me because I didn't know this for such a long time. We didn't have specific numbers. The total population of Sindhis in India is less than 0.25% of the Indian population. We are not even 0.25% of the Indian population, and that's like, oh my god, is this for real? According to Nishchay's blog, we are 0.23% of the total Indian population. So Sindhis are 0.23% of the Indian population. I'm sorry I'm repeating, it's just a little difficult to digest for me. Now, the second point that was a shocker was, like, it was a shocker for me from my standpoint, because when I talk about Sindhi cinema in my research, I talk about how Kutchis do not associate themselves with being Sindhi. In this research, in this census report, the government has put Kutchi as a dialect of Sindhi. Technically, it is. According to the Sindhi films also, people say that Sindhi is a dialect, that Kutchi is a dialect of Sindhi. But when I have met Kutchis in real life and when I have spoken to them about what they feel about Sindhi and their language, they clearly disassociate themselves from Sindhis. So it was a surprise for me to see that the government has clubbed the Kutchi population with the Sindhi population, which is a very welcome entry, but I don't think it's very realistic depiction of what is going on within the community, both Sindhi and Kutchi communities. And if we were to subtract those numbers from the total Sindhi population, if we were to subtract the Kutchi numbers, I think it is even more alarming than knowing the number of Sindhi population, actual Sindhi speaking, Sindhi considering population in India. Talking about the Sindhi speaking population now, oh my god. Nishchay has stated this in his blog, and I totally agree. It is very worrying to see the number of Sindhi speaking population in India. He points that it's a very low growth of the number of Sindhi speaking population in India as compared to the Kutchi speaking population, and also many Sindhis have given their second language as Hindi and Gujarati. Not surprising, because the two most Sindhi populated cities in India are Ulhasnagar and Ahmedabad, two of my favorite cities in India. And Ahmedabad is a city where Gujarati is a preferred language of communication. Most of my family relatives are there, and they are all Sindhi, but they all speak in Gujarati or Hindi, mostly Gujarati. So I can associate with the fact that the Sindhi speaking population is reducing day by day, and that is a genuine factor to worry, because if the Sindhi speaking population is speaking some other language, what is happening to the generations coming into those families, you know, the younger generations? Who is teaching them Sindhi? I don't have an answer. These were like the top 3 points that really spoke to me when I have been reading the blog again and again, just trying to take it in, the information. The actual Sindhi speaking population versus the number of Sindhis that are already in India, and how this is reflective of what we are looking at 5 years, 10 years down the line, or maybe even 20 years. The numbers are only going to go down because we are living in a reality. We know how many people are speaking in Sindhi. You, I, the people around us, we are very aware of what's happening. So how much of it is in our hands and what damage has already been done, that is very visible through the numbers. Nishchay also gives a few interesting tidbits. Y'all can read, I'm not going to spoil it for y'all. Just the two of my favorite ones were, one is, he says that in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, there are 14 Sindhis, like the number 14. I've never been to Andaman and Nicobar Islands, but I am very happy and pleased to know that if I go there, I might meet a couple Sindhis there. The second tidbit, while he hasn't put it as a tidbit, for me, it's like a mysterious concept. I don't know what's happening there. He has stated, according to the Census Report of India, that the Bhatiyas are a separate category within Sindhis, but where they stay is a whole different matter versus where we would expect that they would have come from. So if you all know anything more about it, let us discuss in the comment section below, after you all read the blog, of course. While chatting with Nishchay, I also found out that he did this and then subsequent changes on Wikipedia, etc., because there were no real numbers that, you know, we had, no real information that we had about the number of Sindhis in India and the trends and the forecasts based on the census report. So I'm really glad he did that, and I'm also happy to see that the current generation is doing something about the Sindhi community and not leaving it just onto the government to do things. I do not know why it took 7 years for the government to release the census reports. I do not know how the system functions, but I'm glad that we do have some numbers in case if we want to change things. I think the responsibility is on us, the current Sindhi generation, and we really need to do a lot if we want to preserve our language, if we want to preserve our community, our culture, our heritage. And I don't know if Nishchay can read and write in Sindhi, but I'm glad he's done this bit from his end, you know, to make these numbers accessible to us so that we can understand what's going on. I would love to interview him. I'm hoping we can do an online interview soon, so I'm quite excited about that. Somehow I'm also very curious to know if there were, you know, such reports from the different governments of different countries. We would just get an idea of the number of Sindhis in the world. Wouldn't it be interesting to know exactly how many Sindhis we have in the world? I don't know, I'm just a curious cat. If you all know anything about where you all live, just let me know in the comments. Let's chat in the comments. I know that a lot of my audience on this channel are from the States, are from different parts of the world. I'm thankful to you all for subscribing to my channel, watching my videos. If you all have any numbers or any feedback or any other blogs, books that you all would like me to read, talk about, let me know in the comments below. And finally, I want to say this. With the current situation, I know we all are at home. We are constantly working and stressing and, just trying to have a very normal mental health. I have been trying to do the same. I have decided to do some book reading sessions with you all. I have talked about this on Sindhi Film Festival Instagram. The first in the series of book readings is this. I'm going to read a few bits from the pages of my life. It is an autobiography and selected stories of Popati Hiranandani, who was a very, very brilliant Sindhi writer. But this is a translation by the Oxford University Press, a translation into English language of Popati Hiranandani's Sindhi work. The translation is by Professor Jyoti Panjwani. The first session, the first book reading session is going to happen next week. All the details are on our Instagram, Sindhi Film Festival. Please follow us on our Instagram, or you can email us on sindhifilmfestival@gmail.com if you would like to know how to join the book reading session. Of course, it's free. It's just to bring a little smile and a distraction into your lives during this quarantine period, and to also know our, beautiful heritage literature. So that's my small little effort. You can email us or reach out to us on Instagram. Like I said before, I'll be putting all the links in the description box below. The link to the government census report, all the PDFs that they have, links to Nishchay's both the blogs, and also Nishchay has very kindly agreed that I put his email ID in the description box below. In case if you would like to get in touch with him, you can. So please do check the description box below. I'll be putting all the information down there. That's all from me for now. We have done a lot more book sessions in this series. One on Shah Abdul Latif's Risalo, one on L.K. Advani. There are a host of videos that we've done in this series. We've made a neat playlist for y'all, so y'all can please check that out. And if y'all have any recommendations for us, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a like if you do like these videos, so that I know I need to make more of these. Tell us in the comments below what are your ways of preserving Sindhi culture, Sindhi community, or just doing small little bit for the language, culture, literature. And please subscribe to the channel Sindhi Film Festival. Don't forget to ring the notification bell, share the video with your friends and family, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.